Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. It is Tuesday 22nd of October. Let's do another file readings. This is going to be of Resident Evil 3 Remake. I know I did the original one to start this series off, so let's do the remake this time. Obviously this is set a day before Resident Evil 2 and the day after Resident Evil 2 as well. So they're like merging in with each other. Again, this is done in sections. You got apartment building files first. We got 4 of them. So Gill's report. September 26, 1998. It has already been 2 months since that mess with Umbrella. Thanks to the suspension, investigations haven't passed exactly as I'd hoped. Perhaps this written record of what I found will prove to be my final duty as a STARS member. I can only hope that it helps lead to the truth. The T-virus. Those infected by this virus seems to become literal zombies. It appears to have communicable via several different venues outlined below. Buy it from an infected individual, allowing mixing of bodily fluids. Contact with crows which have eaten infected flesh. I've got no idea what that is. I'm guessing it's flesh or bone. Due to the strength of the virus, airborne infection cannot be discounted. So yeah, it is airborne as well. It should be noted that those who survived the incident have not yet developed these symptoms. It is unclear whenever this is because the virus has a long incubation period or because Regus happened to be resilient to the infection. We ought to remain vigilant even after this investigation period ends. As for me, aside from my minor difficulty sleeping, I seem to be in fine shape. Still, I shouldn't get too hopeful. After all, this could be a extended incubation, and yeah, you get different things on it, like different difficulties, but this is all the same. That's in the apartment building inside Gill's apartment. On the large white pegboard on the wall, you need to switch the light on to see it. Investigation notes. Umbrella. Pharmaceuticals company, industry leader in market share, focuses on military weapons developments while maintaining cover as a pharmaceutical company, also secretly developing bioweapons. T-virus outbreak at Arklay Mountains Research Facility predicted the predicted the Mansion incident. Conspiring with Raccoon City leadership. Large donations to Mayor Warren's office effectively controls the city. And that's in the apartment building inside Gill's apartment on the white pegboard. Again, it says 2 notes on the pegboard. Message from a colleague to Jill Valentine. Hey hotshot, how are you holding up? I still can't believe Iron suspended you. It's such bullshit. He ought to pin a medal on you for making out of that hellhole back in July. Of course you're going to poke around and ask questions about it. I hope you're not mad at me for keeping my head down. Everything's been happening so fast. Stars was the pride of the force. When the Chiefs disbanded us out of nowhere, I thought for sure I was going to lose my job. Word has it you're planning to leave Raccoon City. I figured you wouldn't take the suspension lying down. Just promise to watch your back. Umbrella won't sit by while you try to dismantle their business. Take care, Jill. And that was Brad Vickers, STARS Alpha Team, now and forever. P.S. I had to slip this message to the pizza guy to avoid detection. Enjoy the extra large mega meat supreme. It's on me and the guys. Well, that's nice. And I don't think he eaten it all because like he still had it on the side. Apartment building inside Gil's apartment. On the kitchen table next to the pizza box. Yeah, I think there was like 2 slices still in there. Unsealed envelope. They got me pinned down at home. The guys across the street are watching me from their window 24/7. Are they irons men? Umbrellas? I don't know, and there's no real difference anyway. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to wear me down, torment me into compliance, and it's working. I'm barely eating, barely sleeping. I'm going crazy. I feel like the living dead. But I won't let them win. I'll have to get out of this city and find a way to make them accountable. They'll just send someone to silence me, of course. If you hear that I've been killed or whatever they do with people like me, you must pick up the investigation where I left off. I've enclosed my files. They'll tell you everything you need to know as long as this package isn't intercepted. I'll be moving out at night 5 days. Wish me luck. And that was in Gil's apartment on the top of the chest of drawers on the white pegboard. I think this is Gil's note right here. I'm not quite sure though. Downtown, drugstore owner's journal. August 24th. This new hair tonic from Umbrella is just flying off the shelves. The stuff that they make always works wonders, and it's to no surprise I'm counting on this and ordered a large shipment. My instincts are paying off, literally. I just know sales will continue to rise and as word gets out. That said, the string of violent incidents on the news has me worried. Maybe I ought to invest in a good safe to hold all this cash that's been rolling in. September 2nd. The new safe is just perfect and nobody knows the code, not even my wife. It's a secret between me and my beautiful Aquacure queen, and she'll never give up for the thief. So in other words, if you go to the pharmacy and look at the Aquacure poster, the code will be on it. Like right in that pharmacy, and that was in the drugstore storage downtown in the northwest corner of the room near the safe. A love letter. My little darlings. Oh, this is so out of order. Yeah, this is not in like order as you get them anyway, so that's fine. It's already been 3 months since you fled here together. I find myself thinking back to the day you hatched. Your little voices has made me tremble with pride. Your adorable little bodies, brimming with incredible destructive power. That's a weird way to describe a hunter, to be fair. And of course, that ferocious, insatiable appetite. You are no less than a pinnacle of the hunter species. And yet they ordered me to destroy you. They said that you were unfit to use as weapons because of the few minor vulnerabilities. So what if you're susceptible to heat? So what if your delectable mandibles are exposed to a new feed? Haven't they heard of character flaws? It's those very flaws that makes you very precious to me. But we'll show them yet. Down here we'll continue to walk this evolutionary path together. We'll show Umbrella that you, my beloved hunter-gamers, are truly superior. Now I was in a laboratory in the sewer's lower waterway on a desk at the side alcove in the west side of the room. Yeah, this is like really out of order because all the messages here are not in the correct order. This is the journal, The Cannibal Murders, a complete digest. In the grey of the morning of September 25th, a frantic caller telephoned the RPD to report an assault. A man described as dishevelled like a vagrant was attacking a passerby north of the Lambs Museum of Art. The responding officers discovered that the mutilated corpse of a woman by some dumpster nearby. Dozens of bite marks covered her body and she has been dismembered, suggesting that she had been eaten. The third known incident of its kind to occur in Iraqi City this month. So who done it? Who's been munching on the man steak? We here at News Comment have a gnawing feeling that it's the so-called cannibal disease patients Spencer Memorial has been providing free treatment for since August might not be settling for just the cafeteria food. Our reporters have infiltrated the Spencer Memorial and asked the tough questions, with some back with horror stories that will make your stomach boil. Turn a page full of scoop, and that was the platform entry Redstone Street Station on the newsstand kiosk counter. UBCS suicide note. September 25th. The Middle East, Eastern Europe, East Africa. I thought I knew what hell was. Figured that I'd never crack. No matter what was thrown at me. But this was supposed to be easy. A quick wage. I earned it. It all happened at once. There were 30 guys in our squad, all armed with state-of-the-art assault rifles, and yet we were wiped out in less than 48 hours. I've been through enough shit to know it only ever gets worse. And if that's just the beginning, maybe I'm a coward. I don't care. The only way out I have left. I just hope that my body doesn't get back up after I pull the trigger. Well, it's really got to do it in your head, because otherwise, yeah, you will get up. And I'm assuming that he was attacked by a zombie, and he's basically figuring out what to do next. Now it's in the back alley downtown, on the ground next to the dead UBCS soldier on the west side of the alley. Increased sewer security. We've been receiving reports of unauthorized personnel in the control areas of the facility. In response, we are replacing the aging mechanical locks and implementing new security protocols. Unlocking the new electronic locks requires a specially made battery pack to be distributed to all employees. Please keep all your personal battery packs on hand at all times when moving throughout the facility. So that's information about the battery pack that you get. You use it to unlock and lock doors. Overpass sewers, lower waterway. On the wall next to the west door leading to the exit tunnel. Chad's notes. What happened to this place? I've seen some strange shit over the past few days. Those strange bugs building their nests, the metallic smell wafting through the vents. But fuck, if it didn't all go straight to hell overnight. I need to check on Ma uptown, but my boss says I can't leave until I drop all the breakers. God damn it, I better finish up quick so I can get the hell out of here. Well, fuck me, my stomach hurts so much I can barely move. At the last breaker, an ugly bastard of a bug got the drop on me and shoved a big fucking tube down my throat. This is what Jill had happened to her as well. I managed to get away, but somehow kept from vomiting on the spot. Fuck, it hurts. I feel like something's moving inside, holding it together. I can't believe I haven't puked. Fuck, it hurts. I guess I'm gonna tear it apart. I think this is it for me. I love you, Mum. That is just fucking brutal. And that was on the walkway of the subway power substation, on the floor next to the south side of the walkway. That's things like when these bugs get you, they basically shove their tongue down your throat, and they like push larvae through, and that's what bursts out your neck when they hatch. It's actually very scary, to be fair. Facts from the substation chief. To all employees, in response to the violent outbreaks across the city, we have implemented a national power outage. Once the situation has been brought under control, please activate the 4 breakers ASAP. Once that is done, turn on the main power switch in the control room to reactivate the power grid. That was in the power room in the substation on the desk on the west side of the room. That's basically like once you once you activate all the breakers and turn on the power, that will fire the nest and turn on the power for the train station. Sewer workers' notes. It happened again. They got caned this time. I saw it all. One of those things has just swallowed him whole, head to toe. I tried to warn them when Bill went missing 2 weeks ago. The cop said he'd probably skip town, but I said no way. Not with his baby coming any day. But did they listen? Nope. This is bullshit. Fucking puke breathing, toes face motherfuckers. Every time I think I lost them, another one pops out of the tunnels. And it's not like I can just count on the fucking cops. I don't trust those pencil pushers at HQ either. Next time one of those freaks shows its face, I'm gonna hit in its big ugly mouth. That's giving you a clue. When the them hunter gammers basically opens its mouth, you gotta shoot him in the mouth because it's his weak spot. Northwest tunnel, sewers, lower waterway. On the ledge next to the dead body, in the open area of the end of the tunnel. Subway employees memo. Violence is getting worse and worse these past few days. Got a shotgun for when it hits the breaking point. Locking it up in the gun rack. That should keep it safe from any would-be looters that while I go and find some more shells. If things go south, cut the chain and bust out that sucker. I pray that you make it out alive. And that was in the staff room of the subway office, on the desk in the middle of the room. So that's telling you how to get the shotgun, in other words. Kite Bros Railway Manual. Ensuring safe subway operations. In the event of a power outage, the subway will automatically cease operations. Once the power has been restored, please use the control panel to confirm the stations at which the train will stop, as well as which track segments will be used. If the route entered is unsafe, an error will occur and the operations will not resume. That was in the control room of the subway office, on one of the chairs in front of the control panel, and that's basically telling you how to use the console to set the route. UBCS ammunition crafting guide. On the battlefield, if you run out of ammo, your guns is about as useful as a wet fart. Want to stay alive out there? Get these basic formulas into your skull. Handgun ammo, gunpowder times 2 gunpowders. Shotgun shells, gunpowder plus high grade gunpowder. Magnum ammo, high grade gunpowder times 2. Once you've stocked up, get out of there and join the party. Let's give those dead motherfuckers something to eat. Just make sure you don't become dessert. That was on the platform south, Redstone Street station, on the wooden seats opposite the train carriage doors. And I think you get that when you get your gunpowder. So yeah. Substation internal memo. The key to the high voltage areas has gone missing, and the easiest we'll be able to get a replacement is in the next replacement is next week. In the interim, a lockpick will be provided to the senior employees on duty. We only had one lockpick and we can't afford to lose it, so please keep it in its carrying case at all times when not using it. And please, can we check just one more thing, just once more, that you did not accidentally take the key home. If you happen to find it, please take it indicate the admin, and that's basically saying about the lockpick. And that's in the outdoor area subway power station substation, on the wall next to the entrance of the power maze. Electrician's notebook or notice. Public use generators provided by Raccoon City Electricians Guild. Due to the ongoing power outages, the guild has decided to professionally place a number of public electric generators throughout the city. Everyone is welcome to use them, but remember, those generators are running on high voltage currents. If one were to be struck or impacted by gunfire, anyone standing nearby could be electrocuted. Handwritten notice. You got that? If you see a generator spitting sparks, don't go near it. Don't do anything stupid. Safety first, as the saying goes. If we make it through this mess, I'll have plenty of busted generators for sale at bargain prices. Your neighbourhood electrician, Sam. Now it's in the back alley downtown, on the wall in the southeast corner of the alley. That's basically saying, if there's an enemy next to these generators, you shoot the generator and the enemy will go down, will be stunned. UBCS Herb Field Manual. There's no place for UBCS for pipsqueaks who crawl back to base every single time they get patched up. You want someone to kiss your boo-boo? Go someplace else. Here in the big leagues, we mix our own meds. We have those, so get those recipes memorized. High potency mixture, 2 green herbs. Maximum potency mixture, 1 green herb, 1 red herb, or 3 green herbs. First aid spray. You can't make those yourself. Grab them if you see them. That should do it. Now let's get this done and grab a beer. The thing is, like, there's no red herbs in Resident Evil 3 Remake, so that's the thing, because there's nothing that can poison you, which is weird, because in the original one you could get poisoned. Now it's in the subway gate office downtown, on the wooden table on the north side. Notice of demolition delay. We have decided to delay Barnaby office building demolition in response to ongoing public unrest. For safety reasons, all electrical equipment, including generators, has been moved to the roof for safekeeping. That's hinting at the Nemesis boss fight, the first one, I'm pretty sure. Entry to these premises is prohibited unless the current unrest has subsided. All employees are to stay at home and await further instructions. Scaffolding platform, west demolition site, upper floors. On the pile of large metal flooring plates on the south side of the platform. Training log. This is a big one. July 10th. It basically gives a bit of information. Suck-it prison. The Umbrella Corporation has recruited me for a job. I don't know how they're gonna wipe out a life sentence for murdering 20 gangbangers, but whatever. I'll take it. Beats shitting the rest of my days behind bars. I got to get back into shape. July 26th, and obviously, like, as this goes, he's like losing weight and getting back into shape. Caught the train yesterday and got moved to a UBCS training camp, where I fired my first bullet in 2 whole years. Missed a stationary target by 5 inches at 400 yards. I'll never fucking do that. It's like I forgot everything. Doesn't matter. I'll get sharp again. Watch me. August 15th. Target practice. He only got 2 misses. Oh, he's getting better at his shots, it looks like. Okay, I got my shot grouping down to 3 inches. Feeling good. After lunch, they put me through my first mock battle. Le Cap and some other guys are good people and goddamn beasts of war at that. What the fuck is up with that lunatic Nikolai? He used me as a fucking human shield just to score some extra points. Yep. September 25th, and he got no misses on target practice. Murphy's back, baby. You'll never see me miss another target. Tomorrow I'll go for my first mission, riot control in Raccoon City. I think Jimmy would have liked that. My brother was always the first to reach out and help people, right up until those street punks took him away from me. Oh, so that's the group of people that he killed because his brother was killed by them. Now it's my turn to do some good for a change. That way I know best. That was in a garage downtown, on the ground next to the body of Murphy Seeker. Yeah, in other words, he got killed by Nikolai at the end. It's like he was injured, but it wasn't even a zombie bite. Well, it wasn't proven to be a zombie bite. Research of assistance logs. Oh god, another one. Another long one. May 4th, Gamma's released from the tank for the first time. Movements are sluggish. Combat potential low. August 18th. Experiments with additional hormones and drugs. One adjustment bore positive results with significant rise in combat potential. Specimen is now able to move quickly and swallow prey whole. July 30th, Umbrella was officially shut down the Gamma research. We managed to smuggle some specimens with especially high potential from the lab before disposal. Dr. Logan Carlisle is more committed than ever to perfecting the Gamma line. August 14th. 2 weeks since relocating to the sewers. Increased temperature has led to a decrease in water quality, but specimens appear to be fine despite my concerns. Gamma's quickly learnt the layout of the sewers, and within 2 days were exploring the entire underground of Raccoon City. All specimens are familiar and friendly towards us, but I have procured high-powered weaponry as a safeguard in the event that they become uncontrollable. September 1st. We were lucky to secure the space by bribing the sewer department chief, but it's beginning to feel cramped due to the Gamma's continuing growth. We should begin to consider other possible arrangements. September 9th. A water treatment worker found his way into the lab, but the Gammas promptly eliminated him. This proves their vitality for field use. I'll reach out to Umbrella European branch tomorrow. Perhaps they will see the light. And that was in the office in the sewer's lower waterway, on the desk at the west side of the room. Another Gamma note. That's quite interesting. Raccoon Times reader column. Dear editor, I'm writing to you because I am troubled, deeply troubled. Anyone who's been a parent knows the Crystal Promenade is the place to take your kids for a trip downtown on Saturdays. It should be weekends really, not just Saturdays. And there is no place more popular or harder on the parent's wallet than Toy Uncle's. However, I noted on windy days that the big statue above the entrance wobbles. Like it's the only thing holding it up there is a couple of screws. If that statue's head tumbles loose on a busy day, children will be badly hurt. I've complained to the manager 3 times now, but he isn't just willing to rectify the situation. What are we supposed to wait for a terrible accident to happen before taking action? No. If heads are ready to roll, it will be the managers. Take that death trap down. And that was Timothy Viles, 69 years old. Now it was basically a Deirdre sort of thing, and that was in the bedroom of the house downtown on the bed, and that was preluding to when the statue's head does come down, because it does happen. Your Charlie doll. The original Charlie doll was based on a likeness of Toy Uncle's founder, Charlie McBurgan, and has become the mascot for the company. We are pleased to present the porcelain Charlie doll as a celebration for our 25th anniversary. Individually handcrafted with love and care by our staff, this limited edition item makes for the perfect gift. We hope he'll find a place as a cherished member of your family. Caution: this product is extremely fragile. Please take care not to drop it or strike it. Now, it's in a toy shop downtown on the Northern Wall, and that is basically your shoot 20 of these and you'll get an achievement sort of thing. Invoice from Gun Shop Kendo. Thank you for purchasing the XXX grenade launcher. We've made special adjustments to this piece to ensure compatibility with a variety of ammunition types. For optimal performance, be sure to choose the right ammo for the right situation. As we discussed at the time of purchase, this is a refurbished model, and the chamber needs to be manually cycled between shots. It will take an extra moment, but this is reflected in the price as agreed. Handwritten on note on the reverse: explosive rounds, explosive A times 2. Flame rounds, explosive A plus explosive B. Acid rounds, explosive B times 2. Mine rounds, can't really be crafted, not worth stocking up on, won't help if you need to keep out of the gammas in line. Yes, things like the grenade launcher is great for like hunter gammas and shotguns as well. Office in the lower sewers waterway. On the small set of step ladders on the northwest corner of the room. Green herbs, they work. Another one about herbs. It was starting to look like Chad was never coming back from the rounds, so I poked my head in there and fuck me in the next thing I know, I got some kind of maggot squirming down my throat. He didn't see it coming at him. I was gagging and heaving, but those little bastards didn't seem to mind none. They just wouldn't come up. I was staggering around like a madman, and then I saw it, a green herb. My grandma once told me that green herbs are a natural bug deterrent, so I grabbed one and shoved it down my gob and swallowed. You got to chew them beforehand though, otherwise you choke on that. And what do you know, those little things didn't want to be in there anymore. I've never been so happy to throw up. I've got to head back there and look for Chad. If anyone sees this, remember, eat your greens. Now, it's in the outdoor area of the subway power station, on the wooden stands on the south side of the area. Yep, and that's things like, if one of the bugs get you and like puts his larvae down your throat, eat a green herb and you'll just like puke it right up. How long have I been recording for? 33 minutes. Okay, we'll get through this. Outskirts of Raccoon City, UBCS new weaponry notice. Good news, limp dicks. I've got some new weaponry for you that's guaranteed to put the brass back in your sacks. They are called mine rounds. These babies were developed by Umbrella's military R&D, and they will light your fires even hotter than the lover that you left back home. They are tough to find and tricky to handle, but trust me, they are worth it. Alright, let's take a look at the specs. Mine rounds are designed for standard issue grenade launchers. Don't get cute and try and load them in anything else. Fire them at walls or at the ground and they'll stay right where you put them. The sensor on the mine will detect approaching enemies and detonate when they get within range. So basically, just toss them in an enemy's path and you've got yourself a landmine. There's no such thing as unfair when you're taking on one of those giant freaks, so get out there and fight dirty. And that's telling you about the mine rounds. You cannot craft mine rounds, so you have to find them, and yeah, they are pretty scarce. Dilapidated shelter, subway tunnels on the wooden benches on the north side of the room. Clock Tower brochure. St Michael's Clock Tower. St Michael's Clock Tower is a Burlesque style building which stands at the heart of Raccoon City. It has become a beloved icon, and residents consider it to be a emblematic of the city as a whole. St Michael's Church erected this tower in 1908 with the assistance of several philanthropists. Is that it? It was dedicated to the children born in the developing city, and the first floor was used as an elementary school for many years. I didn't know that. Was that the law in the original game as well? The city saw further growth during its electrification over the course of the early 20th century, and the student body of St Michael's Elementary swelled to over 600 students. Unfortunately, St Michael's Elementary was shuttered in 1978 as the building began to show signs of age and wear. The clock was deactivated and strict limitations were placed on entry to the surrounding premises. Years has passed with this once beloved monument and the public plaza on lockdown. But in the 1990s, the Umbrella Corporation worked in league with Mayor Michael Warren to renovate and reopen the area, this time with proper presentation efforts in place. The clock tower was officially reopened in 1993, and today the sounds of its heavy tolling bells can once again be heard throughout Raccoon City. And that was on the promenade of the Clock Tower Plaza, on the wooden bench overlooking the water on the northwest area. And you wasn't able to explore the Clock Tower because it was a cut content. Yeah, the cut content was the park, Dead Factory, and the Clock Tower. But they made a lab, and they made it bigger, and they put like a bigger hospital there, I suppose. We missed the Clock Tower, in other words. That was a highlight. Police station. This was meant to come before that. Police station report on the mansion incident. This bizarre incident occurred in a mansion owned by an umbrella corporation located in the Arklay Mountains. On the 23rd, July 23rd, Star's Bravo team was dispatched to the Arklay Mountains to investigate a series of grisly and mysterious murders, and went unexpectedly radio silent. On the 24th of July, Alpha team was dispatched as well, and became estranged in the events of the nearby mansion. The incident culminated in the destruction of the mansion. Casualties were numerous, and only survivors were 5 members of Stars. The cause of the incident was the illegal bioweapon experiments being carried out in the secret Umbrella lab underneath the mansion. The T-virus was used in these experiments escape the city, and it's presumed to be the root cause of all that occurred. However, all evidence was destroyed along with that mansion, so further investigation has proven to be extremely difficult. That was in the Stars office of the police station, on the desk inside the smaller office in the northwest corner of the room. That was Vesca's office. Note to a friend. Hector, if you're reading this, I'm already dead. If you hear noises coming from the locker, do not open it, please. While you were out on patrol, I focused on the way to get to the other side. I realised that explosives might be our best bet. I managed to rig up a pretty good bomb, but we don't have any batteries for the detonator. I'm pretty sure I sent one to the safety deposit room doing intake last week. We need that we need that battery if we're going to knock this fool down. So I headed upstairs to find you, since you have the safety deposit key. As soon as I left the shower room, I was attacked. One of them bit me. I washed the wound the best I could, but I feel worse and worse. I hope I don't need to spell out why you must not open a locker. Please don't worry about me. Get yourself out there as fast as you can. And that was your buddy Wes. P.S. Don't worry about the 600 I lent you. Think of it as a gift towards your upcoming move. Good luck, buddy. Oh, that was nice of him to let him keep the money. Men's locker room, police station, 2nd floor. On the wooden bench in the locker area. ID card protocols. September 16th, 1998. Each member of the force has been issued an ID card. From now on, this same ID card will be required to access all storage boxes. Do not lend your card to anyone. Take great care using it. If your card goes missing, report it lost immediately. Now is the RPD, Facility Maintenance Department. Reception on the seats of the south side of the room. And how you get the card, you have to basically defeat Zombie Brad in the when you start the police station section. Get his card and you'll be able to open the boxes throughout the police station. Email outbox. Sender Lucy Yen. Subject disposal complete. Sent September 26. Department in chaos after spread of infection. Multiple civilians has been taken refuge here are infected. All files related to use successfully disposed of, awaiting further orders. And then on the 27th, she sends communications incepted in S Hospital on Star's private communications line. Presumed to be evac request from B. Possible he will flee the hospital and come here. Request UBCS dispatch. I will evaluate their assistance. And B, I'm guessing, is barred. And then on its 27th again, a few hours later, requested evac has not arrived. His position is becoming untenable. I remain here with the condition my safety would be granted. If I am left here to die, if I am to die here, I will distribute proof of collision and corruption between you and RC's civic leaders. You have 1 hour to deliver your response. That was in the guard room of the police station, on the desk in the southeast corner of the room. September 20th, arrest report. Oh god, another one. Name Rodney Gray. What he did. Unemployed former electrician. Charges: unlawful creation and or possession of explosives. Narrative: subject has been seen behaving suspiciously at 1442 Box Street on September 18th, 1998. Suspect's person was searched, producing a small explosive and a time detonator from his inside pocket, leading to the to arrest on the charge listed above. A search of the subject's home found more than 20 additional homemade explosives at various stages of completion. He was a terrorist, in other words. Subject was extremely agitated and not of sound of mind. Subject spoke feverishly when questioning began, and at one point questioning had to be halted due to a sudden bout of shrieking from the subject. It sounds like Daniel Larson to me. Once questioning was resumed, the subject made the following statements. I didn't do it for me, I did it for you. Why don't anyone understand? The corpses attacked me from the shadows. A storm is coming, but umbrella is no good. I've got to blow it up or you'll be more than just wet. Got to get more bombs. They're coming soon. Gotta hurry. Burn them. Burn the corpses. Burn them good. During questioning, the subject began to shake violently before resuming a shrieking fit. Questioning was ended and a sedative was administered. Note: due to the subject's unstable psychiatric condition, subject's testimony changed from moment to moment. Subject's delirium made any sort of dialogue impossible. We were currently waiting for the results of the doctor's investigation into the subject's condition. The explosives collected from the subject's person and residence appeared to be extremely powerful. As a safety precaution, a battery was removed from one detonator device upon its admission into evidence. The battery was secured in the safety deposit room. So in other words, all that to tell you where the battery is, even though one of the other files said the same thing. In interrogating Officer Restrugger, and that was in the west office of the police station, on the desk of Marvin Brunner on the northeast corner area of the room. Internal memo. September 22nd, 1998. Office supply internal relocation notice. Heat resistant 3-number combination safe moved from the Stars office F2 to West office F1. The combo is left 9, right 15, left 7. Please change the combo ASAP upon receipt. This was the exact same file in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and it was in the dark room on the small filing cabinet. Exact same one. And the F3 locker, that's the code, that's the same code. You can still get items out of it, and that was in the safety deposit room on the whiteboard next to the entrance. So that was all the police station things. Hospital. Note about a tape recording. Decoder. I think I know what's happening to the missing tape of Dr. Bard. His research assistant took it. One of my patients saw Abbott remove something from a locker in the nurse's station and walk towards the treatment room. I'll try to sneak in and look during the night shift. You just stay cool and keep doing your job. I don't care I don't care how important Dr. Bard is to the medical community. That kind of harassment is not okay, and I won't let them destroy the evidence. He's a pig and an arsehole, and he will get his day in court. Stay brave, stay strong, a friend. And that was in the nurses' station of the hospital, on the main reception desk. Yeah, this thing is like, Dr. Bard was a bit of a womanizer, and he liked to be a bit handsy with women as well, a bit of a pervert, so yeah. Spencer Memorial Pamphlet. Welcome to Spencer Memorial Hospital, the heart of Raccoon City's healthcare, the forefront of science, run by Umbrella. Spencer Memorial Hospital was miraculously designed by the Spencer Foundation to serve as the backbone of medical care throughout the region. In addition to our state-of-the-art outpatient wing and the spacious inpatient wing, we boast one of the country's best, largest research wings, where we conduct clinical trials for new drugs that will change the face of medicine across the United States and the world. And that was in the reception of the hospital on the brochure stand. Yeah, in other words, the hospital has been used to test on patients. Nurses Journal, September 25th. Every day they bring more of these mysterious illness patients. The sedatives don't stop their delirium. So we have to put them in straitjackets and move them to the isolation ring. The problem is the isolation ring is already busting to the seams. The doctor has ordered us to admit anyone with symptoms free of charge. But what does he expect us to do? Wish them better? We don't have a cure. And that's not all that is bothering me. When these patients die, they're not collected by the usual mortuary teams. We have been told it's special handling to prevent the illness from spreading, but I'm not sure I buy it. Miranda saw some guys wheeling a body throughout the forbidden door during the night. Why? Where? What's going on? That was in the laboratory reception of the hospital, on the reception desk. See, these nurses' journals are like one of the more interesting things in the hospital. Nurses' journal, September 27th. Admitted over 20 mystery illness patients. Patients in the isolation ring exhibiting severe limb necrosis, fever, muttering, delirium, signs of hyperphagia. Possible infection. Tried every antiseptic. Still no blood work back from the research ring. Ask again. Dr. Young was bitten while treating one of the patients. We disinfected the wound, but his fever will not go down. Nothing works. Meanwhile, the outpatient ring is complete anarchy. The patients were delirious and growing more violent by the minute. We called in our so-called off-duty staff. It's all hands on deck now. We have to contain this chaos. That's the thing. It's like, it's pretty nuts when that shit happens. In the records room that was in the hospital, on the shelves in the east side of the room. Nurses' Journal, September 29th. We tried, I swear to God we did, but there's nothing else that can be done. The chaos is completely beyond control. Victims are pouring in now, dying and spreading the infection faster than we could ever reach them. So we've given up trying. For those that aren't infected have barricaded themselves in here. We can hear the cries for help outside, the screaming, but none of us will go out there because it would be the end of us. I can't believe that they've abandoned our patients. That we've abandoned our patients. This is a world of sin imaginable. It's a world of sin imaginable for a nurse. I can't stop shaking, but I want to live. I want to live. 9 p.m. We heard a helicopter flying overhead and immediately started crying and hugging each other, thinking that a rescue team was on the way. But then the sound grew distant and we were left with all we're left with now is the moaning of the dead and the silent screams in our hearts. We were about to lose our minds. Dr. Young, Arena, Miranda, Dakota, I'm so sorry I failed you. Something's coming, help me. And that's when she died, I'm guessing. Staff room of the hospital on the southern western desk in the middle of the room. Now I'm assuming a hunter got her. That's the only thing I'm thinking about that. Banquet invitation. Dear Dr. Bard, it is my pleasure to currently invite you to a banquet on September 10th at the Central Hotel, where we'll be exchanging viewpoints on Raccoon City's new special medical zone, AMZ. Attending will be Mayor Michael Warren, Chief of Police Brian Irons, and other distinguished members of our community. Thursday, September 10th, 1998, 6 p.m. The Orient Restaurant, Central Hotel, 2nd floor. We would be honoured if you joined us. Sincerely, Greg Tester, United States Senator. Handwritten note. Nate, I'll be introducing the bill for that new drug of yours in mid-August. Bring the cash. We booked a suite for your usual after party. You're a brunette guy, right? I'll let Irons know. God, a couple of perverts right there. That was in the research laboratory in the hospital. On the desk on the east side of the room next to the dead body of Dr. Bard. He never even got to go to his banquet. RE lost items. To all employees. We have been inundated with reports of lost items. If you find something and it is unclear who it belongs to, do not take it home. Please deposit it in the nurse's station safe. The combination safe is 9 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. There's only 2 movements on that. Thank you for your cooperation. That was in the operating room of the hospital, on the medical unit at the head of the operating bed in the middle of the room. Memos from administration. ID card rules. ID cards are not to be taken off hospital grounds under any circumstances. As per our security measures, all employees must store their ID cards on their own personal lockers before returning home for the day. Administration, thank you. Administration, September 20th. Lost locker room key. The key to the locker room has gone missing. The last person to have it may have dropped it somewhere in the courtyard. Until it is recovered, we'll keep a spare key here in this office. Please stop by the administration at the end of your shift to borrow it. And that was administration 4 days later. And this was in the staff room of the hospital, on the wall next to the door leading to the locker room. Email from Nathaniel Bard. To Greg Tester. Subject, reply immediately. Greg, I know you're watching the news. The virus is going to devour the whole country. The dead will wash over Capitol Hill like it's a tidal wave. You are not safe. However, you've always been a good friend to me, so I'd like to offer you a way out. I have in my possession 1 dose of vaccine for the virus, the Holy Grail, and it's not for my family, not for my ladies on the side. No, Greg, I'm saving it for you. Fucking hell, he's saving it for his best mate, and he's saying, fuck my family, you can have it instead. Jesus. I know better than anyone that you're the future of the United States, but if you want the goods, Greg, you're gonna have to get the hell out of there now, without Umbrella finding out. Lean on the Pentagon for me. I know you've got the clout. That's the first time I've heard that in a video game. It's weird. It's more of a mean word. See if anyone can get a rescue team in here without USBS involvement. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Which should be pretty case after the party we've been up to. Hurry, my time is running out. Nate. So that wasn't even Bard. That was a guy called Nate. Okay. Research laboratory of the hospital on the computer in the northwest corner of the room. Oh, that was from Bard. Okay. Right. Underground storage. Only 3 of these on here. Unfinished activity log. Oh, okay, so infiltrated Raccoon City. Disturbances were sporadic. Commencing mission. Observed 5 RPD officers engaging in a pack of 20 strong. Officers annihilated in 20 minutes. Okay, so it's like throughout the days, end of September. Test 1 at university. Diverted pack. Infected canines to campus. 64% infection and conversion in 2 hours. No survivors. Successfully rendezvoused with MV platoon. Will make my first attempt at dawn. Next day, diverted pack towards command post. Result: night skirmish in confined area with large numbers of combatants. Video attached. End of skirmish. 7 survivors. Unknown bioweapon deployed at point D18. Tracking it per orders. It appears to be on the hunt. Talking about Nemesis then. Got eyes on 2 stars. A male infected and a female. Bioweapon is pursuing the female. Female, Jill Valentine, has made contact with my MV platoon. That's Mikhail Victor, isn't it? Okay. Bioweapons appearance and behaviour are consistent with Project Nemesis investigating. Observed bioweapon wielding conventional weapons. It seems to be strongly fixated on terminating Jill Valentine and knows the city layout. Evidence it can be imprinted. Metamorphosis in the bioweapon triggered by hostile encounter with Jill Valentine. Video attached. You haven't noticed you never get to see these videos? It's like, yeah, it's only this. Jill Valentine has been infected and is non-responsible. Collected samples per orders. And on the 30th, over 17 hours has elapsed since Jill Valentine's exposure to the virus. Conversion has been slow, suggesting she may be resilient. Vaccine recovered and administered to Jill Valentine by Carlos Silveira, a soldier in Mikhail Victor's platoon. Jill Valentine expected to be fit for combat approximately 20 hours post-exposure. It seems clear that a bioweapon is Project Nemesis. Collected contact with Jill Valentine caused it to change and evolve. Will induce further encounters to obtain precise data. Surveillance room of the underground storage on the lift computer terminal. Employee memo. September 12th. Admitted to N2, male 45, female 32. Discarded, male 60, female 89. September 15th. Admitted to N2, male 55, 19, female 51. Discarded, male 76. Returned, male 8, uninfected. September 22nd. Admitted to N2, males 25, 22, 15, female 16, 21, 29. Discarded 6 male specimens, 9 females. Disposals trending upwards daily. That disposal of any over 30 years of age. September 24th. Night transfer observed by nurse. Admissions to underground facility temporarily halted. Now it's in the small storage room, underground storage, on the stack of containers on the west side of the room. Elevator notice to all employees. We've identified an issue with the electrical box where concurrent use of heavy machinery overloads it and causes the fuses to blow. If you encounter this problem and can't get the elevator running, please stay calm. Gather fuses from the sub-generators situated around the warehouse and use those to restore power to the main generator as quickly as possible. Now it's in the office of the underground storage on the desk on the west side of the room. And we are at the last bit now. Nest 2, which is a very original name. Nest 2 employee regulations. Attention Nest 2 employees. The objectives of the T-Virus Research Facility differs from those of Umbrella's main Nest facility in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Here we focus on real-world use cases which arise as new bioweapons are created and introduced, such as the need for T-virus vaccines and new weaponry capable of suppressing bioweapons. Some aspects of our work here can be dangerous, so it's important that all employees adhere to workplace regulations without fail. In particular, unauthorized entry by unapproved visitors or the removal of work-related data or materials will be met with severe disciplinary measures. In other words, you get shot. It is a great honour to be part of the finest research organisations in the world. Keep this in mind and stick to the rules as we forge a new and revolutionary technologies. And that was Storage Nest 2 F1 on the adjustable trolley on the west side of the room. Essay on vaccine synthesis. On the note of on the roles of antigens and antigens in vaccine synthesis, Dr. Nathaniel Bard, chief researcher, Spencer Memorial Hospital. To most effectively synthesize a vaccine, but both a antigen and a adjuvant are required. The antigen produces an immune response, while the adjuvant increases the effect of such responses, leading to the increased antibody production. By combining samples of the two ingredients, you can create a potent vaccine base. By possessing the vaccine base with your proprietary equipment, a larger batch of vaccine can be created with astonishing ease. What's more, my latest antigen and adjuvant samples yield unperceivable rates of antibody production, producing more than 1,000 times the yield of traditional materials. This is not only what makes an effective vaccine, but also a potential way to eliminate existing infections. Is this how they made the COVID vaccine, by the way? Because it sounds very familiar. Experiment room of the nest on the northwest bed. Disposal centre. Disposal centre protocols. The facility is to be used. This facility is to be used for the dissolution and disposal of test subjects used in NEST 2 experiments. The potential solvents used will ensure that any biological matter within the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Please follow all safety protocols when using the disposal centre. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amount of solvent, regardless of volume or mass being disposed of. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber filled for at least 12 hours, then check for complete dissolving before draining. And that was in the workers' break room of the nest, on the wall next to the door leading to the disposal chamber. Isaac Graves' diary. The pay was generous, the benefits were good. Most importantly, they promised me I'd be contributing to the state-of-the-art medical tech research for a university teacher stuck working in nowhere, America. It was a golden opportunity, like winning a lottery, so I went for it. I made the pitch to my family and we agreed to move here to Raccoon City. Well, hindsight is 20/20 because this lab is a den of monsters who conduct cruel and barbaric experiments for the sole purpose of taking human life in the most sickening way possible. Well, he fucked up working for them then. It's messed up. The world needs to know, but every time I work up enough courage to blow the whistle, I think of Penny and Casey and immediately clicking out. Probably his kids. Umbrella owns this town. There was a guy they caught trying to smuggle out company secrets. They essentially fed him to one of the betas. Fed him, Hunter Beta. I saw the whole thing. I got my wife and daughter into this, and I just need to do my job, do as I'm told, for their sake. But let this be a testament that I do have a conscience, that I've learnt my lesson. That was in the laboratory hall of the nest, on the floor in the corner of the southwest of the corridor. Expression of concern. Oh God, another long one. Senior fellow Dr. Frankel, please allow me to send my heartfelt congratulations to you and your colleagues at Umbrella Europe for completing Nemesis, a truly remarkable achievement in the field of bioweapon research, introducing a parasitic organism into a tyrant's brain to gain external control of it. How can I not marvel at such a wild idea? However, from a medical perspective, I must emphatically state my disapproval of this shift away from established umbrella policy. By turning to the use of parasites, You are set in a dangerous predicament. Viruses can be kept in check. I believe that effective vaccine can be developed for any virus on Earth, which is true, with abundance of funding and a bounty of samples, of course. Can you say the same for the parasites, however? Doctors have tried in vain to develop a vaccine for malaria. Parasites like Plasmodium are far more genetically complex than the T virus, and to think that they will submit to control is utter folly. Perhaps in your country consumers are willing to buy automobiles with no brakes, but here in America they know better. Then again, I recall you having a degree. I recall you have a degree in economics, so no doubt that you've already devised a brilliant marketing strategy to win over the naysayers. I look forward to your talk in the forum in Berlin next month. In the meantime, I shall be exploring medical solutions to this hubristic problem you've fostered on us. Sincerely, Nathaniel Bard. So in other words, even Bard thinks it's a bad idea to introduce parasites. And that was in the incubation laboratory of Nest 2 on the desk in the southeast corner of the room. Weapons spec sheet. XXXX redacted. Project title. Free magnetic infamy use next gen railgun. Development name Finger. Chief developer Nest 2 lead researcher Cornell Garner. Assistant developers United States Army. Ammo caliber 60mm. Muzzle velocity 6,000 minutes per second or miles per second. Project objectives: suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Additional notes: extreme firepower provides the secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback: this thing is totally rad. Tyrants out of line, just give them the finger and the problem is solved. Packs the firepower we need. It would be better if there was a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field. Perhaps the platform could be refined. It requires multiple power sources. May be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate into one single power source? And that was in the staff break room of the SB1 on the shelves in the southeast corner of the room. That's basically the gun that you need to take down Nemesis. Weaponry authorization request. Dear Dr. Emerson, I would like to formally request that the weaponry normally reserved for the bioweapon synthesis team to be made available for any employee interfacing with the admission and dismissal of test subjects. These test subjects do not present the same levels of danger as our bioweapon products, but I believe that this weaponry authorization is advisable as outlined below. Recently, some test subjects has developed a new mutation granting them very high regrowth abilities. Our team refers to these specimens as paleheads. They've been appearing with regenerative abilities, let's just call it that. But the specific cause has not yet been determined. The astonishing rate at these pale heads regenerate makes it difficult to deliver a lethal blow with standard weaponry. If any sort of system failure were to occur within our facility, we would be woefully unprepared to defend ourselves. For this reason, I would like to request that high-powered weaponry capable of subsiding the paleheads to be issued to all our employees working in the shipping and processing. This will ensure, in the event of an emergency, we'll be able to quickly eliminate the threat and evacuate safely. Thank you very much for your consideration. Shipping and Processing Manager Gabrielle Reed. And that was in the Laboratory 1 of the Nest, on the bench in the north side corner of the room. That was basically the paleheads. Like the way to kill them is to use enhanced ammo for the handgun and shotgun, which I believe you can get. Wait a minute, was it this one? Yeah, it's fine. Shipping notice. Cargo, Nemesis, shipping route, CDG JFK, Raccoon City. Shipping date, September 1st, 1998. Shipping type, Class 1 hazardous materials. Additional notes. All transit within the United States is to be made via helicopter. Take extreme care. During takeoff and landing, a shock to the parcel may potentially lead to self-activation. We here at the European branch are excited to hear your thoughts and evaluation of the of this newest prototype, and are pleased to offer this specimen to you for testing. It has been through numerous trials and processes incredible destructive power, so please exercise extreme caution while using it. Lead developer Dr. Harman Frankel. That was in the experiment storage in Nest F2F1. On the adjustive trolley next to the bottom of the stairs. That's how Nemesis got there. Made in Europe, which we already knew. Scientists dying message. It happened. Our worst case scenario, the T-virus has somehow leaked under the orders from Dr. Bard. I am to manufacture mass quantities of the vaccine. I've prepared a culture of the T-virus antigen, and now I just need to combine it with a adjustant to enhance its effects, and I should be able to produce enough vaccine to save all the surviving citizens. The adjustant samples are stored in the incubation lab. Test subjects are already wandering the halls, but I'd better find a way to get some samples while this culture is maturing. If I don't make it back, please complete the synthesis process. Try and find a way to stop this outbreak. It is the least that we can do after setting these horrifying events in motion. And that was in the server room of Nest 2, on the floor in the northeast corner of the room, of the platform. And suspicious contract memo. Contract overview. Received offer from client seeking the use of Raccoon City's crisis to undermine and claim its market share from Umbrella Corporation via multi-pronged strategy. A. Sabotage Umbrella Corporation's attempts to destroy evidence of outbreak to maximize culpability. B. Induce encounters between Umbrella Corporation bioweapons and security forces / law enforcement, and collect combat data to ascertain viability of tech. And C. Report deployment of any new bioweapons, including Project Nemesis. See specifications. Mutation is it? Exceeds current offer from Umbrella Corporation and takes top priority. However, the client has agreed to a grace period before using any of the deliverables, so that payment from Umbrella Corporation may be collected. That was in the south walkway of Linus B1 on the next to the door leading to the main access tunnel, and that is it. That is all of it. Another hour and 20 minutes, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was all the files from Resident Evil 3 Remake. The next one, I think Outbreak is on the list next, I'm not quite sure. But other than that, I will see you guys next time.